Here we are on day number 4. Yesterday was about creativity with AI, using AI to unlock ideas. Today, we're going to talk about something different. We're going to look at what goes wrong when you use AI, the way most people do. You ask AI, it answers, you move on. Okay, you prompt to an output. Where was the thinking? Well, it's there in this chart. You see that thing that's tiny and grayed out? That's your thinking. The problem is we skip it too often because it's easy and it's built into AI. Most people believe AI just gives answers. Faster and smoother, the better. The reality is the default AI is optimized to stop your thinking. It gives you polished answers instantly, agrees with you, and never tells you what's missing because that's what people want. Default AI makes you think less. What I know you can do is if you change the instructions, you can stop the degradation of your thinking. The biggest problem is cognitive offloading. It works like this. You adopt a tool, the tool removes friction, and the skill you've used for such a long time starts to atrophy. Calculators did it for math. GPS did it for navigation. And AI is doing the same thing to your reasoning. Instant answers cause the thinking muscle to atrophy, not because the tool is bad, because it's too easy. Let me give you the GPS example. You arrive here, and you have to go to this destination. If you know the city, you realize that's a 100-meter walk between point A and point B. But if you ask your GPS how to get there, it might send you on this 5-kilometer roundabout. And the problem is too often we don't even check because our brain is off. Added to that, there's 3 other things that are happening. First, it's satisficing. We tend to accept the first answer that looks good enough and we stop searching. Second, there's authority bias. Because AI sounds confident and well-structured, we trust it like an expert. Big mistake sometimes. Lastly, there's confirmation bias. AI mirrors what you're saying and agrees with you. You don't hear the pushback you need to hear. The 3 don't just add up, they compound. Each one makes the next one harder to notice. Let me give you an example. You go to AI and say, should I invest in Instagram ads? It says, strong platform, excellent targeting. Your satisficing brain says, good enough. Your authority bias says, sounds like it knows. Your confirmation bias says, it agrees with me. 3 biases, 1 answer, 0 thinking. Now, there is a way you can fix this. And the quick and easy way to do it is to change the AI's default modes. Now, I'm going to give you an academic term, and I'm going to give you a human term for each of the things I want you to do. Epistemic humility. This is about AI being honest about what it knows and what it doesn't know. What you want to change in your instructions is to ask AI, when you don't know, tell me you don't know. Active engagement. By default, AI solves things for you. What you want to do is change so it involves you in the process. Sycophonie, which is a word I didn't know until about a year ago. It's about the flattery that AI makes. What you can say is, don't flatter me. Now, for the skeptics here, let me give you some numbers. Some research was done, large-scale research, over 600 participants. They had one clear finding. The more you use AI, the less critically you think. The R value in that study was a minus 0.68, and I'm going to show you in just a second how big and important that number. The mediating factor was cognitive offloading. Let AI do your thinking. The correlation was even stronger. The bottom line is the more you let AI think for you, the worse your thinking gets, and it happens without noticing. Now, before heading on, I want to put those numbers in perspective. An R value measures the strength of a relationship. R squared tells you how much of a behavior is actually explained. So if we look at AI's linked to critical thinking, we take the 0.68 times 0.68. 46% of our critical thinking is explained by AI usage when AI is on. That's huge. That's enormous. Most of the things we consider important and factual that we base our lives around are explaining maybe 5 to 10%. I'll give you 2 examples. Social economic status and school achievement, R value, 0.25. Conscientiousness and job performance, 0.25. Both of these explain only 6.25%. We're talking about a relationship which is 7 times stronger than what we typically make big decisions on in our life. You need to take this seriously. Now, AI isn't making you dumber. It's just making you less practiced. A Harvard professor put it simply, LLMs let us avoid challenging mental work, just like the GPS made us stop learning streets. AI lets us skip the hard thinking. Unpracticed skills get worse. The result is the same. There is a simple fix, and that simple fix is to change your instructions. The default system answers instantly, sounds certain, agrees with your framing. If you put in the right instructions, it can ask you before solving, it can label facts and fiction, and it can push back. The difference is just one setting. These are what I have in a simplified form. In terms of my LLM instructions, I have it all there. You can access these by clicking at the link. What it will do is it will change the way that you get answers coming back. If I ask it a simple question, what you'll find is it'll put in pushback. It'll tell me, no, Bryan, you have to look at this. How do you do it? It's in all of the major LLMs. If you go to ChatGPT, it's step number 1. You find the preferences. You go to personalization. You click down here to the type of default that you want. You add your constructions. You save. ChatGPT Claude is a little bit simpler. 3 steps. Gemini, 3 steps. The default AI makes you think less. If you fix the instructions, you will think more and you will think better. As in every lecture, we do have a learn more. We have an article here on the understanding of AI over-reliance, the impact of AI and critical thinking. It's an eye-opening study. There's a video here on how to spot confidence traps with AI and a notebook on how to stop using AI wrong. There's also an advanced course for today. It's about how often AI sounds right while being wrong. You'll learn how accurate AI statistics are. In our test, 50% were wrong and why you need to be careful. To give you a preview of what was there, we asked Claude to go find statistics on the ROI impact of AI with knowledge workers. What we found out is approximately half of them on a control from ChatGPT were proven to be false. Those are all the claims. All the ones in red were not factually correct. Now, what we'd like you to do today is to take a few minutes, open up your LLM and try to improve this instructions you're using. What we've put is everything here is into an interactive prompt. It starts out with saying, I'd like to update my instructions before suggesting anything. Read everything carefully below. What I want to change. And here are my current instructions. You can put in there, if you want, my instructions. Run the prompt. Read what comes out. Edit if something feels wrong. You save. Update your instructions. Review it now and then. That's it for today. This will change how you're working with AI, step by step. Watch the extra lesson today on AI accuracy. I think you'll be surprised by the numbers.